All right, hello everyone. Welcome to today's October 9th Downtown Development Authority meeting. We are going to call the meeting to order with the Pledge of Allegiance here.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, roll call. We'll go down the line, starting Chase, right?
Yes.
Starting with Chase. Go ahead and say who you are and why you're here, and then we'll bring it down this way.
Chase Lindecker, filling in for Al Pryor. I'm the Deputy Supervisor for Bedford Township. Oh, Al is at another meeting right now that he couldn't wrangle out of.
Perfect, thanks for coming.
Ryan Retzlaff, Branch Manager at First Merchants Bank. It's at the DDA.
Lucas Diver, IA Insurance, and also chairperson of the DDA.
Phil Verzell, independent contractor and also treasurer of the EDA.
Ryan Foster, a manager of Fifth Third Bank, and I am the vice chair of the DDA.
Awesome. And we are missing today, looks like Joyce Blanton, Jason Jindo, and Gabe Coleman, as well as Al Pryor on top of that. So we just have enough for a quorum here.
Okay.
All right, so for the agenda, I'm going to make a couple changes here. We got a few things that we need to add to it. Okay. First one is going to be, we are going to add C to the invoices, and I'll make a motion here, but I just want to explain what's going on. We are adding the invoice for the DDA meeting tonight at Quimby's. And there should be a copy at all your guys' station, as well as there's one up there. There's no invoice number, I don't believe, on here. No invoice number, but it looks like it is for the total of $250.15.
$250.15.
Yep. So I'm going to make the motion to add the DDA Quimby's meeting for the food of our sliders, chunks, and tots and more for tonight's meeting of $250.15. Can I get a second on that, please?
Second.
All right. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
So moved. We're going to make another one as well. They switched us up. So, Gabe, you're by me right here, and Joyce, you're the last one. So that's it. And then I'm also going to add, this is the Ann Arbor carriage. This is our, Rachel, is this for everything?
They want at least 200.
Okay.
Last year we just did everything.
This is D. D as in dog.
Yeah, D as in dog, yep. And it's for Ann Arbor carriage. It's for the total of $1,500. This is for the Boo Bash, for the horse and carriage ride from noon to 3 on that day. It doesn't look like there's an invoice number. Okay, I'm going to make the motion to add the Ann Arbor carriage for the horse and carriage for our Boo Bash event here in October for the dollar amount of $1,500 even. Can I get a second on that?
Second.
Who's that? You going to take it? All right. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
So moved.
We're 88
All right.
plus.
Now, with all that being said, I'll make a motion to approve today's agenda with everything that we just changed and did through the invoices and the old business here. Can I get a second on that, please?
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. So moved. Approval of the minutes from September 11th meeting. I had a chance to look through them. I didn't see anything. So I'll make a motion to approve the minutes for September 11th, 2025 DDA meeting. And if anybody saw anything, speak now. If not, can I get a second?
Second.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So move. All right. Let's get to these invoices here. First one we're looking at is the progressive sweeping invoice ending in 765 for the $353.50. I'm going to flip back to that one here. And nothing has changed. Typical, it looks like it's our September bill. So I'll make the motion to approve the $353.50 to progressive sweeping for the invoice number ending in 765. Can I get a second?
Second.
All right, voice approval. Go Ryan.
Aye.
Gabe. Aye. Lucas. Aye.
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 So moved. Next one on the list here is for George doing our videotaping here that we are appreciative of for the dollar amount of $135, and it's the invoice number ending in 0911. I'll make the motion to approve the $135 to George for the 0911 invoice number. Can I get a second, please?
Second.
All right, voice approval. Ryan.
Aye.
Gabe. Aye.
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 So moved. All right. Quimby's is next on the list. This is one of those ones we added today. This is for our meeting tonight.
250. Yeah.
It looks like Rich and them at Quimby's are taking care of the drinks for us, if I'm looking at that correctly. Yep.
So that's not a good number?
No, that is because it's
Oh,
you
okay.
got $199 for the food.
Got it.
The drinks are taken care of. Then they got the service charge, the beverage gratuities taken off, the sales tax, all that's added on there, and it's close to $250. So this is for tonight. The slider chunks, tots, and more. Hope everybody can make it. I'll make the motion to approve the $250.15 over to Quimby's for tonight's meeting. Can I get a second, please?
Second.
All right, voice.
Aye.
Ryan, Gabe, Lucas, aye.
Phil, aye.
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 So moved. All right. This is the Ann Arbor carriage. I have a copy of it here. We'll make sure this gets out to everybody online. But it is for the total of $1,500. Rachel, do you know if that's what it was last year? Same thing? Perfect. So $1,500 to Ann Arbor Carriage for the horse and carriage rides for our Boo Bash. I'll make the motion for the 15 over to Ann Arbor Carriage. Can I get a second?
Second.
All right, voice approval. Ryan.
Aye.
Gabe. Lucas, aye.
Phil, aye.
Aye.
Joyce, you said aye too? Good.
did.
All right, so moved. Perfect. All right. Moving on to the old business. Discussion about the farmer's market. I have my old packet here that I wanted to bring up here, but I think Jason was the one that was looking into it anyways, and he is not here. Yeah. I was wanting to look at if Jason got a hold of the, what is it, the daycare over there on Secor Road. Is there anybody in the audience?
I'm the president of the farmers market. I'm just here to find out if there's any movement. Basically, what transpired with that discussion, or with Mercy, if anything transpired there as well.
Right. So unfortunately, the two we had Jason working on the, and then Al was working on the Mercy thing. So do you know anything about the Mercy thing by chance, Chase?
I do not know
No,
anything
that-
about that.
Well, I had looked into a couple of things. Number one, after the meeting,
Oh yeah. If you're speaking, can you come up to the podium? Sorry. Yep. My bad. I was.
Okay. I'm done for now.
Okay. All right. What were you going to say, Joyce?
after the meeting, I went down and found out that the property is still owned, and it's listed as St. V's, which would be the Mercy, so they still own it. However, while I was down there, I found out that from the zoning, we really, if, you know, we wanted to have a farmer's market that's in currently a vacant field without proper parking and a stable, you know, permanent building there, they would not allow it.
they would not allow it as in the zoning, because it's not like
Right.
it's not technically like a commercial.
Yeah, the reason the current farmer's market, is operating, because it's right by the church, and there's facilities there, and there's a permanent building there, and obviously paved parking. So it turns out, that unless we have something, now Jason was supposed to contact the real estate agent for the hospital to see, who we can approach, because, as I suggested, maybe there's a way to work with them. They're not doing anything with their property, but possibly, we could come up with like a health-related, partnership with them by providing, particularly during the summer months, fresh farm-grown ingredients and everything, and maybe in addition with a wellness sort of thing that maybe they would construct a building and pave parking.
Right.
So
We'd
I
have to
hadn't
do
heard
that.
back from him.
Yeah. So really, it's waiting on that and waiting to see if Jason. So that's the deal then, is now we know we can't just open it up in not a random field. I don't want to call it a random field, but yeah, there's got to be bathrooms, there's got to be parking, obviously there's got to be parking, but.
Exactly.
Huh. Okay. That's good to know. That's really good to know. So I guess we'll have to wait to hear back from Jason on if he got a hold of the daycare, because that's going to be location number 2, or I guess location number 1 now, if we can do that. So we'll wait to hear back on Jason from that. Anything else to add about the farmer's market? I mean, I guess it's just kind of waiting on that, right, from everybody. So, all right, on to letter B here, the Zorro's follow-up. So I saw Zorro's did Jason's buildings, I believe. Mm-hmm. So I'm assuming ours are coming up next, but Jason was supposed to follow up on that as well, so because he's got the communication with them. So I will shoot him a text and see after this, as in Jason, and then maybe I can inform you guys of what he says tonight. If you
Well, and they've got you hopefully now as a contact instead of me, so.
I know, right? I don't get the emails, though. It seems like they've been going to you constantly, like
Right,
the last
but,
2 years.
You know.
If you get one, just keep
I made
sending
it,
it.
yeah, I will. I
Yeah.
will.
Perfect. All right, so we'll follow up with Jason on that. On to the park memorial. So about this, I'm waiting on the list. So I found out downstairs that they have a list, but to go through it and figure out, like, Joyce, you've been on for this many terms, I've been on for this many, you've been on for, right? Like, it's not going to be as easy as we think. I'm okay with doing it. I can do that at night sometime, whatever. I just need to get the list. And she said it's going to take her a second to get us that list. So, and I'm okay with that. That's totally fine. Once we get that list and I organize it, I think the rest of it will go smoothly, but we just need to get that list. So I'll work on getting that whenever. I don't want to bug them for something like that during a busy time like this. So they can get that to us whenever.
Are we contacting the owner of the monument place to maybe suggest a color and a?
I think Al was supposed to do that, right? Yeah, Al was supposed to do that.
Yeah.
When there's somebody supposed to come here too and talk about it?
They did the one time. He did the one time.
I think Al was going to talk to him about coming back.
Yeah,
So Al,
that's what I thought.
and Al's.
Yeah, Al has it. Which, as of right
Right.
now, the guy, I mean, he could come and get some colors for us, but even if we say we want, that color, it might be another 2 months before we actually get that list around and whatnot. So
Yeah.
I think we have time on it. I'd like to get it in, though, before it gets cold. I mean, I know it's getting cold, but
We're running out of time.
before the ground completely freezes. So
Maybe what could happen is it's going to go on a footer. So if we can at least get the color down and he can get the footer in
right,
before it gets cold, stone can be, I think, then added after the footer is in the ground without too much problem, as long as he can get the footer in beforehand.
yep, let's do that. Let's have. I'm gonna text Jason, or hopefully maybe we see Jason tonight, and then the park memorial. I think Al will be. Do you know, Chase, if Al will be there tonight, or?
Al has another board meeting tonight.
Oh, okay.
For another board he sits on, yeah.
So he won't be there tonight. That's fine. I can shoot him a text or an email or something and figure that out. And I'll have him come to the next meeting.
At least if we get, we know where we want it, those kind of things, he can get a footer in before we get too cold and he can't dig in the ground.
Right, yeah, because then it'd be done, and then we're sitting there waiting until March, April before the ground is even workable. So, okay, yeah. Let's see if we can get him in there next meeting so we can get that figured out. Perfect. All right, on to the next two. I mean, it's the update on the traffic light agreement and the Mannequin Smith update. So I want to bring this up. The reason why I brought it up is because I sent the email out to, the packet went out to everybody, and then Mark emailed me and Al separately and asked if it was okay that he did not come today because he had stuff going on. And he would have if there was something to talk about. We're still waiting on their side of things to agree on it. They said within 30 days, and I think that was the last meeting. So I would think that has got to be coming up soon. I mean, it's got to be, but like,
It's about the fourth time for 30 days.
we tried to call, I think it was after last meeting or maybe 2 meetings ago, but they were gone for the day. I mean, really, I don't think, we can sit here and say this and that and do whatever, but none of us can make that phone call, or I don't even think Al can make that phone call to make it go any faster. You know what I mean? Like, that's just one of those things where we just have to be even more patient than we already are. Be more patient than we already are. So there's nothing on the update on the traffic light, and then the Mannequin Smith update, Mark basically told me to tell you guys there's nothing on Mannequin Smith as well. So unless any of you guys have anything to add about it for Mannequin Smith or the traffic light, we will move on to the Boo Bash. So we will have Miss Rachel, if you want to come up and give us what we need to do. And
Okay. Hi, everyone. Hope you guys are doing well. Thanks for having me back this year. Things are on track to be a pretty much rinse and repeat of last year. So a few minor changes, but nothing major. Still working on people officially committing, but we're at about 10, 12 right now. So that's about what we've been the last few years we've done it. So I'm confident people will get on board. I just got a call from Pizza Hut while we were sitting here. So, carriage rides set up. Let me flip through here. DJ set up, face painter. We're hiring an actual face painter this year because it has been an issue getting people to commit and show up and do that. So juggled the budget to pay for a real one this year. Not real, but official.
right.
Yard signs, that was we got a little behind on that because the printer was down, that they print the stickers to update the signs. So those are going up tomorrow. Just got those this week. So the signs will be placed by the weekend. And ad going into the Bedford Press in the next release and onto Go to Monroe. They'll advertise it there. We have the same food vendors. We have about 4 food vendors, which is we can't do too much more than that in that space, so that should be good. Quimby's, I haven't heard back from him. I don't know if he'll jump on board, but he'd be the only other one to maybe do something with a food truck. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know if you guys have any questions, but everything's...
Do you need anything from us?
Oh, yeah. So the only thing I need still would be the prize giveaways that we did last year, where we did the Kids' Choice Award, Best Overall Trunk, and Best Costume. So we had 3. If we can only do 2, we'll just, cut one out. But if some of the DDA businesses could do a prize again, that would be super helpful. Seems like people enjoy that.
So I know last meeting I signed up to do one basket. Okay. Insurance did, and did somebody? Jason did, yeah.
Okay.
So we have 2 so far.
All right. Perfect.
Yeah, and then your typical, like, if you need us the night before or the
Yeah.
morning of, let us know, you know, where all of us are and stuff work-wise, so.
Yeah, well, I know you guys will be busy probably setting up trunks. But, yeah, if you know the other, like, DDA members, I haven't heard from some, like, Jason, if he's officially in, not to call him out or anything.
Yeah, right.
I'm just like, he's
No,
the
I
first
like
name
that.
that came, but just a few that I haven't heard from yet. If they're officially in, just have them text me. I'm usually fastest with texting.
I was just going to say, I don't know if, do you have?
Yes.
Okay. And then we'll push it tonight, too. I mean, that's the big.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's still room. People could probably honestly text me Wednesday or Thursday and be like, yeah, we want to get
Do
in.
you happen to have a list you could send us before we go tonight? So we know, like,
Sure, I can make that up.
Yeah.
Who would I send it to?
Yeah, if you just want to send it to me, yeah, and then I can share it with them while we're there or whatever.
I'll do
Doesn't
that.
have to be anything official.
Yeah,
Just
nothing
type it out
Right.
in an email. Yeah.
Sure, just have them RSVP, remind them.
Yep.
That's helpful. It makes me feel a little bit more comfortable
Yeah.
that people are getting
we
on
know
board.
we know who we should approach tonight then too at this event.
Sure,
Who has not signed up and say, hey,
yeah,
get
Right.
the truck going.
Yep.
yeah.
By the way, we will first merchant.
I was thinking, I don't know if I should
We will be
say.
there. I have not, but we will be there.
Okay, perfect. First choice, right?
First merchants.
First merchants. Okay.
I have an embarrassing question. I didn't get it on my calendar, so is it the 25th?
25th.
It is.
Yep.
12 to 3.
12 to 3.
Yep. 12 to 3. That was another thing, and I don't remember. I could probably go back in my notes and find it out. But did we decide on? Are we cutting it short at one point? Are we?
I think we decided to do the whole thing because it'd be we don't want people getting hit, because we still have the carriage rides, we still have things going on, so we're just going to have to do it till 3.
That's fine. Yep. I think I remember kind of talking about that. I didn't remember what we decided on, so that's fine.
People pulling out, I mean, that would be,
Yeah, it might be a disaster.
Yeah, get adjusted.
Yeah, that's cool with me. And I guess the last question, did they release the Michigan State time yet? Because that's
No.
going to, not, like in all seriousness, that's going to
it'll
affect
be the week
our,
of.
As of yesterday, they did not.
is it? Okay.
I can look
Okay.
real quick.
They probably don't do it till the week before or something anyway, so. Just because that's going to affect, probably, I mean, how many people show up? If it's not till
They make it at
3:30?
noon. If they make it 3:30, we're good. If they make it at noon, that could be.
That could, yeah, a couple hundred people could not show up, but it is what it is. No big deal. Well, you got anything else for us?
I don't think so.
Perfect. Well, thank you,
Yeah,
as always, for everything. And
sure.
if you want to, do you need to come to the November one to kind of follow up with us, or are you good? Like with all the bills and all that, are we?
I'm trying to do better at getting them to get me the invoices before, but the next meeting's still after the Boo Bash, so I'll probably still be wrapping stuff up. But shouldn't be much that I would have to be there for at that meeting, but if you guys want me to, just let me know. It's not a problem.
Yeah, if you don't need to be, whatever. I just was making sure. So, perfect. All right, we'll see you on the 25th.
Thank you, Rachel, for putting so much time into this.
Yeah, I know it's easy for us because we just show up. It's really hard for you. Thanks, Rachel. We'll see you later. All right, and then anything else to add about the Boo Bash before we go on to that? I mean, we'll all be there. We'll all see each other there. Last but not least is the reminder about the DDA get-together tonight at Quimby's. I just threw that on there. One thing I want to ask the board is I'll get up and say something. If you guys want to throw in, your 2 cents as I'm talking, feel free. I don't want to sit there and read from a script. I'd rather it be more of an open discussion. But there is a few things that I feel like I should bring up, not talking about necessarily like the Boo Bash or anything, but just what we do in general. Hey, our meetings are this time, every second Thursday of the month if you guys would like to join. Encourage you to join. Here's a couple of the projects we've put together. Talk about the park, talk about the curbs, talk about the speed signs. I'm not going to go into all of them. I want to just give the more, blatant ones, the ones that are more obvious to people.
Yeah,
Just
bullet
to-
points.
Yeah.
And, I've only it's been less than a year, so I don't know all the things you guys have done, but I would point out as much as you can.
Yeah. I was thinking about printing out, I have that,
Yeah.
the slideshow thing from when I do the meeting from back in April or whenever we did that.
Overview with
We put-
examples.
Are we responsible for like the benches and
Yeah.
that kind of stuff? Yeah,
Yep.
like, that stuff makes the community
And the
look nicer
Christmas
if nothing else.
Yeah,
An aesthetic piece.
right, yeah, Christmas lights, I can bring that up.
Flags.
Yeah, I don't want to bring up like too much, like, I don't want to get into our traffic light thing that we're going through.
Oh,
right now.
God.
That's too much to,
Well, unless somebody asks.
unless somebody asks. Yeah, if they ask because they know, then yeah, I'll go with it
Bring
and
up
talk about
the
what's
traffic congestion or something,
Yep. But other than that, then I kind of wanted them, we'll bring up the Boo Bash then, obviously, talk about like, hey, here's an event that we do. We'd like to see you guys come out and kind of speak on that for a little bit. Then kind of open the floor. I'll talk, and if I miss something, feel free to fill me in. If I, like say, hey, we also did this, and you're not going to embarrass me. I'm going off the fly, so it doesn't matter there.
I'm sorry I can't be there. I have another board meeting at 6 o'clock, so,
No worries at all.
well, as the female contingent of the board, somebody might be glad to see, oh, it's not all just men.
Right. I'll make sure we point you out. Joyce has been here. She's just not here today. She's been on the board for the whole time. We'll point her out.
You can take a couple screenshots of her.
Yeah, and hold her up. Here's a picture of her.
Yeah.
But you talk about the Boo Bash and then anything else, like other than the stuff that we kind of just threw out there real quick. Is there anything else? And even if so, you don't have to tell me now. Just bring it up at the.
No, but certainly question, it's a good time to ask people, what can we do for you? Here's what we can, the sort of things we can do. What can we do for you?
I'd rather them, like me, do not a lot of speaking and them do speaking and us kind of answer what we can as the time goes through. And then, after that, we can just kind of let it be and go sit and talk to people. And if they have more like personal questions, then we can do that, or however you guys want to deal with it. So,
Do we have a handle on the number of people that are expected, or just?
that's what Quimby's asked me. I just was like, there's X amount of board members. I said 20. You'll see it on the invoice. I was like, it could be 10, it could be 35. And she's like, that's fine, I get it. So if only a couple people show up, it is what it is,
And if we do have a lot of people, we can still order more. We'll just have another invoice next month. Yes, we can
exactly.
order more food if we
Yep.
need to.
Yep. You could write it off.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we'll just order more if needed.
Here's by
Yeah, right. So yeah, that's all I got. 5:30 tonight at Quimby's, in their little, like, I want to call it a game room, but it's really not a game room.
In back there?
Yeah, to the right.
Yeah.
Yeah, banquet area, all the way to the right there. All right, that wraps up the old business. Financial update. Phil, I'll let you kind of take the floor here. Go ahead.
Okay. Financial, first of all, although we have the September numbers, I've also found there's a caveat that the September financials are not closed until October 14th, so they're going to be fluid again. But based on what we have, first of all, for our revenue expenditures for the DDA Fund 248, we're at 132,955 and 83 cents. And the second one in the capital plan, for September, we're at $1,783,771.67. With respect to the invoices, as you recall, for September we had $627.11. And today when we started out with Progressive and Welling, we had $488.50, but we added Quinby Food, Boo Bash Carriage, and if you add those, the new total is now $2,238.65 as of this minute. So that's what we got.
Perfect. Real-time numbers.
Our real-time
I
numbers.
like it. I like it. All right, on to the new business, brainstorm new ideas. If you guys have anything, like I always say, let me know, but we got a lot going on right now, so if you don't have anything, that's okay. Comments from the public. There's nobody in the public right now. They both left, so nothing there. Comments from the board? Nothing. All right. I'll make the motion to adjourn today's October 9th, 2025 Downtown Development Authority meeting. Can I get a second on that?
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So moved. See you guys next meeting, November 14th, as well as some of you guys tonight at Quimby's.